Lady and the Tramp. It was Christmas Eve. At the home of Jim Dear and Darlene, many brightly wrapped presents sat under the tree. But one was particularly cherry. Jim Dear picked it out first and handed it to his bride, saying, "It's for you, Darlene." And as Darlene lifted the lid off the box, out jumped a cuddly Cocker Spaniel puppy. "Oh, how sweet," cried Darlene. "What a perfectly beautiful little lady." And so Lady became the puppy's name. When Lady was 6 months old, she received her very own collar with a special tag engraved with her name. Now she knew she really belonged. Proudly, Lady showed it off to her neighbors, a Scottish terrier named Jock and a bloodhound named Trusty. "Why, Miss Lady," exclaimed Trusty, "you have a collar." "Aye," Jock added, "she's a full-grown lady." But some dogs didn't get to live in nice houses and wear new collars. They lived on the streets. The dog catcher was always hunting them down in his wagon. These dogs had one friend they knew that they can count on, a mutt named Tramp. He was such a clever fellow. He never got caught, and he helped the others escape if they were napped by the dog catcher. Tramp had the freedom to wander far and wide, and one day he overheard Lady telling her friends her troubles. She said that everyone was acting strangely. Jim Dear, Lady explained, rushed past without patting her on the head, and Darlene hadn't taken her for a walk in ages, and Lady had heard the two talking about a special event. Jock and Trusty knew that Lady's humans must be having a baby. "Just a cute little bundle of trouble," Tramp interrupted as he swaggered over to Lady. "Remember those nice juicy cuts of beef? Forget 'em. And that nice warm bed by the fire? A leaky doghouse?" "Do not listen, Lacey," said Jock. Jock didn't trust a mutt like Tramp. Okay, said Tramp. But as he started to leave, he said to Lady, "But remember, Pigeon, when a baby moves in, a dog moves out." One day soon after, the baby arrived, and when Lady got a glimpse of him, she had to admit this thing called a baby was very cute. There was no sense in listening to that awful Tramp. For a while, things were wonderful, but one day Aunt Sarah came to stay at the house while Jim Dear and Darlene went on a trip. As soon as they left, Aunt Sarah spotted Lady in the baby's room and yelled, "Get out of here!" But even worse than Aunt Sarah were her naughty Siamese cats, out to cause nothing but trouble. They leaped at the birdcage, broke a vase, scratched the piano, and pulled the fishbowl off the table. Crash, bang! The cats wrecked the whole living room. Hearing the noise, Aunt Sarah came flying downstairs. She took one look at Lady and screamed, "Oh, merciful heavens, this wicked animal attacking my poor innocent little angels." Then she scooped up Lady and marched off to the pet store to fit her with a muzzle. Lady wasn't sure what a muzzle was, but when the clerk strapped one on her, she suddenly understood. It was a terrible thing. Lady twisted and turned, struggling wildly, and then got loose and ran off down the street. Suddenly, a pack of dogs began chasing Lady. Tramp happened to be passing by and saw that Lady was in trouble. He bared his teeth and growled, chasing the dogs away. "You poor kid," Tramp said, looking at Lady's muzzle. We've got to get this off. I think I know the very place. Come on. Tramp took Lady to the zoo to see a beaver whose sharp teeth easily bit through the muzzle strap. It's off, cried Lady happily. It's supper time, Tramp announced as he and Lady trotted away from the zoo. When you're foot loose and collar free, well, you take nothing but the best. Then Tramp headed for his favorite restaurant, Tony's. He told Lady the very place for a special occasion. Tony was delighted to see Tramp and his new lady friend. Tonight, they get the best in the house. Spaghetti especially. Heavy on the meat, Sabola. Tony serenaded the happy couple. The two dogs shared a delicious spaghetti dinner by the candlelight. As they ate, Tramp nibbled one end of a noodle, and Lady nibbled the other end of the same noodle. They nibbled and nibbled that noodle until they kissed, nose to nose, staring deep into each other's eyes. Lady and Tramp fell head over paws in love. After their romantic dinner, the two dogs walked to the top of a hill. Above them, they saw the twinkling stars in the sky. In all this beauty, Lady forgot about Aunt Sarah and her cats. She felt happy and in love. The next morning, however, Lady realized she should be home, and Tramp agreed to take her back. First, Tramp decided to sneak into a hen house and chase chickens. Lady hated every minute of it, especially when the farmer began to chase them. Lady was caught and taken to the pound. Lady was ashamed and afraid. The other dogs told her she'd be released soon, for she had a collar. Sure enough, a guard came for Lady. You're too nice a girl to be in this place, he said, handing Lady to Aunt Sarah. Lady was happy to be home again, but it didn't last long, for Aunt Sarah chained her to the doghouse. Lady was so lost in unhappy thoughts that she didn't see a huge rat climb into the backyard, but when it ran in front of her, she took off after him, barking and growling, only to be stopped short by her chain. She watched the rat climb up the side of the house and through the baby's window. Lady barked with her whole heart. Luckily, Tramp heard Lady barking. He raced into the yard and over to Lady. What's wrong, Pidge? He asked. A rat, cried Lady. Where? Asked Tramp. Upstairs, in the baby's room, said Lady. Tramp raced up the back porch stairs and into the baby's room and attacked the rat. He knew it was up to him to protect the baby. Lady broke loose and ran into the baby's room too, in time to see the rat escape from Tramp and climb onto the baby's crib. But Tramp flew at the rat, saving the baby from harm. However, Aunt Sarah did not see the dead rat. She only saw two dogs and an overturned crib. You vicious brutes, she screamed at Lady and Tramp. Back, get back. Aunt Sarah called the dog catcher to take Tramp away for attacking the baby. Just then, Jim Deer and Darling came home, and Lady led them up to the baby's room to show them the dead rat. All at once, everyone understood. Tramp hadn't been trying to hurt the baby. He had saved it. Was there time to stop the dog catcher's wagon before Tramp ended up at the pound? Outside, Trusty and Jock heard Tramp saving the baby and decided to go after the dog catcher's wagon. Well, track 'em down, yelled Trusty as they ran. And then asked Jock, well, hold 'em at bay. The brave Trusty followed Tramp's scent and chased down the wagon, but his barking scared the dog catcher's horses. They reared up and tipped the wagon over, pinning Trusty under the wheel. Jock began to howl. Would he ever talk with old Trusty again? As it turned out, Jock had nothing to worry about. In fact, good old Trusty hobbled out to go visiting with Jock the very next Christmas. And the first place they visited was the home of their dear friends Lady and Tramp. That's right, Tramp had finally traded in his wandering ways for a collar and a home with his lady. And now they had puppies, Scooter, Fluffy, Ruffy, and little Scamp, who looked just like his dad. They've got their mother's eyes, Trusty said. Aye, said Jock, smiling at the mischievous little pooch. But there's a bit of their father in them too. The end.